of the big disease with the little name.
I've been around so many celebrities, and they haven't done anything for AIDS. But then they see me, and all of a sudden they're in there.
We had to create a logo. We had to find people to volunteer their time. Everything that's been done has been done by volunteers. So everything.
Everyone big time.
Big.
That's it for us.
We've called in all our chips.
On this same day, all over America, in more than 100 cities, thousands of artists gathered in AIDS awareness events.
Don't worry about what you don't know. Life's a dance to learn and go.
We've all lost friends, people that we're never going to see again. I mean, and there are people out there that I don't think really get it on an emotional level yet.
And some people turn their backs and they say, ain't gonna happen to me. Ain't gonna happen in my town. But it does. So tonight, this is for you, Bernie and Ron and Mark and Blair, all my old pals. God bless you and Merry Christmas. And we miss you.
I think about dying every time I go in the hospital and they really can't do anything. I just sit there and think about it. What do I die? What will happen to my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sisters?
If they see someone who is like their daughter or like their niece or like their grandchild, then they can say, my God, you know, this is a disease that affects everyone.
We're all just seeds in God's hands. We start the same, but where we land is sometimes fertile soil and sometimes sad.
You have to know that AIDS is out there. You have to realize. You have to wake up. You need to drink a cup of coffee because AIDS is out there.
We're all just seeds in God's hands.
And now another tale of an amazing American. What are the limits of human endurance? Sometimes far greater than we imagine. And sometimes surviving is just the first battle in a struggle where the ultimate victory is a normal existence. In January 1992, 18-year-old John Thompson was home alone tending to chores on his family's farm in Hertzfield, North Dakota. He became entangled in an auger, a dangerous piece of farm equipment, and before he could pull free, it had torn both arms from his shoulders. John ran to his house and, clutching a pen in his mouth, he dialed for help. He waited in the bathtub for the ambulance. He didn't want to bloody his mom's carpet. 30 minutes later, he still had the presence of mind to direct the paramedics to the farm equipment. They retrieved the severed limbs, and after 8 hours of microsurgery, reattached them. John is truly the comeback kid.
He's doing 3 sets of 8 repetitions on all the equipment. When he first came here, he couldn't bend his elbow. He couldn't figure out how to use it.
Every day for the last 2 years, John has spent hours and hours in physical therapy. He's determined to regain full use of his arms.
How far things will go, we don't know what to expect. So anytime you see a gain is a bonus to the situation.
It's unreal, the progress that John has made. Now to think that he's on his own and living in an apartment by himself, it's amazing.
You just can't rely on other people all your life, and that's one thing that's been really hard on my parents to adjust to, is me trying to do things on my own.
From square one, John's the one that kept us going. I can remember John saying one time, there's this girl in school, and she used to give him so much grief. And he asked her one time, you know, why. She didn't come close to him or anything. And she said that she was afraid of hurting him. And so he told me he went over and he wrapped his arms around her and gave her this big hug and told her, you know, don't be afraid of me. I'm not going to break.
The shield that I could have put in the auger would have probably taken 20 minutes to put on. It cost $50. And instead, it's cost me the rest of my life and well over $500,000.
These days, John gets back behind the wheel of his pickup without a second thought, and he drives back to the farm where he grew up, the farm where he faced the greatest test of his life, the home where he learned his most important lesson: never give up.
I just can't get over the will and the courage of that young man.
His presence of mind after the accident was so remarkable, and now so is his recovery. We'll be right back.
He was only a boy, but the story of Ryan White touched the hearts of America. We'll return with a tribute to friends who are gone, but not forgotten.
You realize you're one of 100 applying for this job?
Oh, yes, sir.
Good. Let's get to the terms.
Generous salary, club membership. Car, wait, this isn't a Mercury Sable.
It happens to be the very latest.
Latest to imitate the Sable.
Is that so?
Bottom line, no Sable, no deal.
Fine. Then I suggest,
Gordon, you see about getting my new executive vice president here a Sable.
A nice red one, Gordo.
Mercury Sable with standard dual airbags and available ABS brakes. Accept no substitutes.
I really love this perm, so I'm taking care of it with Nexus Rejuva-Perm.
Rejuva-Perm, the Nexus program that makes perms last longer.
Soft, long-lasting curls. It's Nexus hair. My hair was really dry and brittle until I treated it with Nexus Humectress.
Humectress moisturizing conditioner makes dry, brittle hair soft and shiny.
Dry hair? Never again. It's Nexus hair.
Life's a little pleasure.
When soccer practice is over, carpool's over,
Come your way.
I take a little time for me.
Little pleasure.
With my favorite lean cuisine.
Make your day.
The taste of Stouffer's lean cuisine makes everyday meals something special.
Life's a little pleasure.
I kick off my heels. I treat myself to a plate of fettuccine primavera.
Make your day.
And I think about what I need, like a month in the Bahamas.
Lean cuisine from Stouffer's.
Time to treat yourself right.
Something smells good.
What's this?
For you.
How thoughtful. What else? I already have Taster's Choice.
You can't get too much of a good thing.
Savor the sophisticated taste of Taster's Choice.
I love these peaceful Sundays.
Hi, Mom.
Tuesday, it's all about the birds and the bees.
My water just broke.
It's Jackie's big moment, and Roseanne and Fred both want in on it.
You're gonna have to ask one of them to lead.
Roseanne.
Mama, my epidural's wearing off.
Followed by an all-new coach, Tuesday.
Are you hungry for a comedy sandwich? Try this. Home Improvement at a special time, 8, 7 Central. Then, from the producers of Home Improvement, Mom and the kids are moving in with Grandpa. And does he have his hands full? Edward Asner premieres in Thunder Alley. Then, it's men versus the women in a race to build the perfect house with help from John Elway and Evander Holyfield.
Give me the donut.
I don't think so, Tim.
It's all new. A Home Improvement sandwich with Thunder Alley in the middle. Don't hold the laughs, Wednesday.
To each thing, the Bible says, there is a season, a time to be born and a time to die. Over the last 20 years, People has been part of a process where, in coming to know the famous more intimately,
We have also come to treat their passing like that of a close friend or a family member.
some have lived gracefully and long.
Some lived too fast and played